I don't want that you become only religious people who conflict with each other for being authentic or not authentic. I really want you to experience pure love of God. We see devotees who left because they did not understand anything, or they're running after material happiness and fame, but this is not what we want. We do not want this. We do not want thousands of disciples. We simply want that the Lord of love stay in our heart and accomplish His pastimes. That's the only thing we want. The rest is cheating. Everything else is cheating. Children, wife, husband, wealth, all this is cheating. Krishna is cheating you. But when you become really intense, when you desire really Krishna, then Krishna will test you. And it won't be easy. Because when Krishna tests you, He really tests you. Everyone rejects you. Everyone will reject you. All the people you loved. Even the new experience as a devotee. You'll see everyone will reject you. Those who so-called love you, then there will be nothing else. Krishna will have His full victory. And you will see the nails of His lotus feet starting to shine in your heart. And then you'll say, "Oh Lord, you're so merciful, so merciful." And then you'll be able to go even deeper, deeper. This is what is wonderful. When the heart melts, truly, this is when the Lord appears. That means the Lord appears. Because we see a heart full of iron. Even after hearing the glories of the Lord, the heart becomes full of iron. But when the heart starts to melt, and a devotee cannot live without Krishna, this is something we cannot live in this world. He doesn't have any friends. Nobody understands him. He is alone. He is alone. He is abandoned. When you feel that you are completely abandoned, that we abandoned you, it is just like you are an eternal friend of Krishna. And then, just like Gopakumar, for example, when you feel this in your heart, that means Krishna is not far. When you cannot be understood by anyone, or nobody can understand you, then you're not far. And then, at this moment, the heart starts to melt. You feel in you such nectar. This is the lotus of the heart that opens. In this beautiful prayer, Chetudarpana Marjanam of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is explained that the lotus of the heart is opened by the rays of the moon of the holy name. And the moon is like the nails of the lotus feet of the Lord. First, the Lord gives the darshan of His feet. And the holy name appears like the nails of the lotus feet of the Lord. And it is so wonderful in reality. This is the last moment when we have to deal with this material world. The last limit in between the boat. When the lotus feet of Krishna start to appear and the heart melts, this is the limit when the three gunas will stop to hit the jiva. It's just the limit in reality. And from there you can understand what is love. They are just the beginning of the flowers of love. It starts there. And then, at this moment, Krishna, because you want to be with Him, He starts to nourish you by revealing beautiful pastimes, His feelings, the feelings of Radharani, etc. You start to meditate on things that are inconceivable. And after later, you obtain your form and you can enter in the pastimes of the Lord. Out of this is a progression, but there's a trap. Do not identify as an institution, as a guru, as a person who must find religiosity in this world. There are many traps. To be a good kirtaniya, for example, to want to be known, famed. If you have this in your heart, the love of a man, of a woman, attachment for a father, etc., for a child, for the body, then that Krishna will not come. Krishna must take out everything. This is why we must pray sincerely, very sincerely. Please, Krishna, take away everything, all my attachments for father, mother, children. Please take out everything. And when you pray like this, Krishna will act. Because there is a separation between what we desire and what we are attached to. Krishna attracts us, and this is wonderful. But then there's a distance. When Krishna starts to take out everything, then there's a great sorrow in our heart because we have attachments, and we cannot abandon Krishna. So all this sorrow that we receive, the suffering, is a great joy, because these are our last, coverings on the eyes that are coming out, the hardness of the heart. And then if we go deeper, then the heart starts to melt. And the beautiful lotus feet of Krishna appear. And then you say, wow, it's not possible. Is it true? Is it true? Wow, it's true. Is it true? Then you're there, you can't believe it, because this is Ashakti. It starts. You say, wow, is this true or not? Oh, it's not true. He appeared in my heart. And then you become crazy. You become completely intoxicated. You're chanting, completely absorbed in prema. You're completely intoxicated. And you say, it's not possible. It will come. Everything I heard from Rupa Goswami, everything I heard from Prabhupada is a reality. This is our goal. But still, it's not what is most elevated. You're conscious, but there's a consciousness of it. It means that you're still in this world. The most elevated thing is when Krishna makes you leave your consciousness and you're in your spiritual body, able to see Krishna face to face. This is more elevated still. But at the stage of Ashakti, Vishwanath explains, this is the stage where the heart is so pure that Krishna's feet start to appear. There's an experience, but the experience can leave, can come, can leave. Krishna attracts us. And then you start to feel, to think, but if I could absorb myself 24 hours a day, that would be pretty good. Before, you could not think about this. You were in a sadhana bhakti, in rules. We must sleep like this, we must do like this. You're a fixed devotee. There's taste. But when the lotus feet of the Lord start to appear in the heart, you ask yourself the question, but if I will absorb myself 24 hours a day, that will be pretty good. The possibility starts to appear in the mind, but it's not strong enough. But because the feet of Krishna, they disappear, they appear, they disappear, they appear. The attachment is not powerful enough. This is Ruchi Ashakti. Ashakti, then Krishna, he reveals himself longer and longer, and naturally the absorption becomes more intense. For finally, cutting the devotee completely from the external world and the relationships of this world. After it's finished, you cannot be cheated again. It's finished. This is rare. Devotees who are at Ashakti, we don't see so many, it's rare. It's really rare. Ashakti is rare. Even Ruchi is rare. Even Nishta is rare. But Bhav, It's very highly elevated. It means the devotee is simply absorbed in the reality of Vrindavan. We do not know how he can relate to people of this world, just like Madhavendra Puri. He was not able to do it. He did not know if it was the night or day. He was crying. He was like a madman. It is explained that at this level, Krishna personally takes care of you, so that you're not bothered, so that you can simply taste him. This is at this point, Krishna takes care of his devotee. He makes all the arrangements so that he can just absorb himself. I don't want my devotee to be disturbed. There's a very intimate relationship. It's really beautiful love of God, but few people can understand it and have the qualification for this. Of course, this qualification, it increases life after life, but you cannot attain a stage like this. When we say yes, it's like a cheating. For example, we can reveal someone who is in the spiritual world, the color of this form, but if he doesn't have the qualification, it's just like watering a land that doesn't have the quality to make a plant grow. You understand? It takes time. This is why people like Bhaktisiddhanta and Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, they said, if I can make even one pure devotee, my mission will be a success. That's not a... They say that for a reason. That doesn't mean that all don't receive the mercy. This mercy will come. It takes time. Because the living beings have desires. And these desires are taking us away. Why can't we chant? Why there's no taste in chanting? It's because there are coverings that do not let the soul receive the sweet rays of the holy name. It's just like a plant that is hidden by a big rock. It cannot receive the rays of the sun. In the same way, the desires that we have, they're just like big stones that do not allow us to get to mercy. What can we do? If we need to accomplish them, Krishna allows us to fulfill our desires. It does not reject us. You understand this? But this is not Krishna's fault. We all heard how we could liberate ourselves, how we could develop love of God. But who does that? You understand? Our priority, where is it? Our thoughts, they go towards whom? Towards the children, towards the lady that we love? Who do we love? Who is in our heart? You can understand the destination you will have. So, of course, these words are difficult to say and hear. But what is Guru after all? It is someone who can wake you up. He says, careful, you don't go in the right direction. In your next life, you will not be able to become an associate of the Lord. When someone speaks to us like that, is he our enemy or a friend? I'm asking you the question. If we are sincere, he will be our friend. If we are not sincere, we would say, my Guru does not love me, he is a false Guru. He doesn't want me to gratify my senses in this material world. And then we'll reject the Guru. We will go see someone who tell, what do you want? A beetle? A car? Yeah, sure, no problem. Give me a check and some money and I'll give you the blessing and a beautiful car. You understand? This is a good Guru, yes. He understands me. But when you are dealing with a true Guru, he will not cheat you. And then it hurts. It's not easy. Because Guru cannot keep. He loves his disciple. The love of a spiritual master for his disciple is very difficult to understand. Very difficult. Because he does not cheat him.
Dans ce monde,
In this world,
tout le monde vous trichera.
everyone will cheat you.
On va vous faire des beaux cadeaux,
We will give you nice gifts,
des beaux ceci, des beaux cela, mais à
good this
l'intérieur,
and that,
il y
but
a une
inside,
duplicité parce que
there's a
l'être n'est pas pur.
duplicity because the soul
Le
is not
gourou,
pure. And the Guru,
son désir,
his
c'est vraiment
desire
de ramener le
is
disciple
to bring back really the
dans le
disciple
monde
to the
spirituel.
spiritual world.
Et un gourou authentique, il vous dira la vérité.
And an
Et la
authentic
vérité
Guru
n'est
will
pas
tell you
facile
the
à
truth. The truth
entendre.
is
Si
not
vous
easy
pouvez
to hear,
l'entendre,
but if you can
alors
hear
vous
it,
pouvez changer votre
then
vie.
you can change your
Et
life.
si vous êtes trop
But
faible
if you are
et que
too
vous avez trop de
weak
désirs,
and
vous
you have too
rejetterez
many
le gourou.
desires, you will
Je
reject
suis
the
trop
Guru.
faible, mon gourou
You
n'a
will
pas
say,
le bon.
I did not make the right choice.
Alors bien
My
sûr,
Guru is not
il y a
helping
des
me.
gourous aussi
Of
qui
course,
sont
there
pas
are gurus
qualifiés
that
et
are
qui
not
pensent être
qualified
aussi.
and that will cheat you
Ils voulaient
also.
pas votre bien.
They did not want your
Voilà, ça arrive.
your well-being. It happened, yes.
Vous pouvez être acharya, ce
You
que vous
can
voulez,
be
ça
an
ne fait pas être
acharya.
pur.
That does not mean that you're pure.
Le point,
So
c'est
the
pas si
point
simple.
is, it's not so
Mais
easy.
si on est
But
sincère,
if we are sincere,
l'amour pour Krishna
the love
viendra
for
dans
Krishna
notre vie.
will come in our heart.
À un moment, il y aura
At one
l'expérience.
point, there will be the experience.
Mais il faut que notre but soit
But
clair.
our goal must be clear,
Très important.
really important.
Et pour que notre but soit
And for
clair,
our goal to be
l'étude
clear, study
est vitale.
is
Il
essential.
faut la connaissance.
We need
Parce que notre but,
knowledge
il
because
peut
our
devenir
goal
pur
can become
par la
pure
connaissance.
by knowledge at the
Ça veut dire que
beginning. You
plus on
understand?
aura une
The more
connaissance
we have knowledge,
parfaite,
perfect
plus on va
knowledge,
pouvoir
the more we
changer
will be
notre
able to
désir.
change our
Et plus
desire.
Krishna va pouvoir
And the more Krishna
réciproquer.
will be able to
Et comment
reciprocate.
Krishna réciproque?
And how does
En
Krishna
donnant une vraie
reciprocate?
substance à notre connaissance.
We need a real substance to our knowledge
En infusant
by
dans notre
infusing
cœur
in our
des
heart
sentiments pour lui.
feelings for Him.
Cette connaissance, c'est
This
ce qu'on
knowledge
appelle son bandhagan.
is what we call
On commence à
sambandhagan.
comprendre qui
When we
on est
start
dans
to
le
understand who
spirituel.
we are in the spiritual
Alors,
world,
c'est la vraie connaissance.
then this is true knowledge.
Avant, c'est une connaissance théorique.
Before, this is theoric knowledge,
Elle vient
theoretical
par
knowledge.
Bhagavatam,
It comes
par
by
Bhagavad Gita.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad
Krishna
Gita.
dit, le but des
Krishna
Védas est
says
de
the
me
goal
connaître
of the
par
Vedas
Bhagavad
is to know me in the Bhagavad Gita.
Et donc, dans
So,
cette connaissance
when this
véritable de cette
knowledge
relation avec le Seigneur
of our
s'éveille,
relationship with the
alors,
Lord
cette
awakes,
connaissance, elle
then
remplace
this
toutes les
knowledge
autres connaissances.
replace
Tout ce qu'on a
all
entendu
other
avant,
types
tout
of
ce qu'on a
knowledge.
entendu après,
Everything
Krishna
we
va
heard
nous le
before
donner,
and
ça ne
after
va pas nous toucher.
will
Parce
not
que
be
ce
able
n'est
to
pas
touch
lié à
us
notre réalité.
because this is not connected to our reality, you understand?
On ne doit jamais se décourager.
We must never discourage ourselves.
Par exemple,
For example,
un père de famille,
a
pour nourrir
family
ses
man,
enfants, il
to nourish his children, he does not discourage
il est
himself.
prêt à tout.
He works hard, he's ready to do sacrifice everything.
Gopal, il le sait.
Gopal, he knows that.
Même s'il est malade,
Even
quel
if
que
he is
soit,
sick, whatever,
il ira nourrir ses enfants.
he will go to feed his
Cette
children.
détermination, elle est déjà
This
en nous.
determination is already in us.
Mais elle est orientée.
We just need
D'une
to
certaine manière.
dovetail it in
On
a
peut
better
avoir
way.
cette détermination
We,
aussi pour atteindre
we can have this determination also to attain
La
Krishna.
différence,
The difference is,
elle est où la différence?
where is the difference? It's really important to understand.
Acte 2, scène 2.
Act 2, Scene 2.
La différence,
The
c'est que
difference is
quand on maintient notre
when we
famille,
maintain our
on la
family,
maintient par notre propre
we
force.
maintain by our own strength.
Et ce sont nos vies passées qui
And
nous
according
apportent
to our
l'argent
previous
qui nous
lives, we have
apporte,
money
etc.
coming and etc. etc.
Quand on maintient déjà notre
When we
famille,
maintain our family already,
mais que cette
but
fixité,
this
fixation
fixation is there to attain love for Krishna, Krishna will maintain our family. This is the difference. And He will allow us to develop love. This is not that we cheat others. You understand? It's simply, it is another person that will maintain. And directly, it's the Lord who maintain him, because it's the one, He's the one who gave him the strength in our heart. Because of the karma of our past life, He gives us the qualities. It's all Krishna in some sense, indirectly or directly. So when you take the strength to surrender to Him, it doesn't, you still can work. The work will be there. But the difference is that instead of putting your mind on things that will condition yourself and will make you suffer, because if we see, for example, ordinary family life, We go back to
L'enfant n'est
house,
pas très content,
the
les
wife
enfants
is
sont
not
pas
so
sympas.
happy, the children are
C'est
like
pas facile
this.
comme
It's
vie.
not easy as a
Des fois,
life.
vous avez envie de
Sometimes
rentrer,
we
avoir
want
un
to
beau
enter
sourire,
and have
vous avez
a
travaillé dur,
smile, you worked hard,
et tout ce que vous avez,
and only
c'est une
thing you
femme qui vous
receive
fait la
is
bouche
a
et qui
wife
ne veut pas vous voir.
that doesn't want
Pardon.
to see you.
Les maris connaissent ça, ou
The
les femmes
husband, they
connaissent
know
ça,
that,
parfois.
and the wife, they know that.
Ah. Et moi, je sais que j'avais
But I
rencontré
know
quelqu'un,
I met someone,
une personne très forte, hein.
a very strong
Elle
person.
avait tout mis
That
son
person
espoir dans
put
sa
all
femme,
his hope
et sa femme
in
l'a
his
trompé.
wife, and his wife cheated
Il s'en
him,
est jamais remis.
and he was never able to accept that. Psychologically, he was affected all his life because he was not able to understand and accept this. It was so strong that it destroyed his life. He was never able to get over this. Because finally, when you translate, when we do things like that, but we cheat you because people are not pure, what do we win at the end? It's not easy. But when we do things for the Supreme Lord, people, they benefit also. We are never cheated. Because the result will always be positive and will always be spiritual, transcendental. And at the end, Krishna come to take us back. And if he comes to get us, then he will get other people. Because our children also, the wife will be touched, the husband will be touched. You understand? This is something that flows to others also, to our parents and this and that. This is why surrender to Krishna is the most wonderful thing, the most sublime. There's nothing more sublime than this. But before we have the heart melting and we can have this direct experience, there are different phases of doubt. We are a religious person at the beginning. We heard about something. Of course, because of our previous lives, we feel good in it, but we do not have the realization, the experience. So the experience, we have it towards whom? We have it through the advanced devotees. That's how we get the experience, how we can taste it. This is why association with advanced Vaishnavas is the most important thing, because through advanced Vaishnavas we have the experience. Because when they speak, we feel touched by this experience. It comes to us. This is explained. When we hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna enters our heart. This is explained that even he forces a person to accept it. It's very powerful. As soon as we come into contact with the glories of the Lord and enter in association of qualified Vaishnavas, we are obliged to progress because our life becomes completely transformed. It is just like we inject you with some nectar, everything changes. As soon as we hear the Vaishnavas, everything is, we are forced to accept a different life. It's never without effects. But if someone speaks and they have less qualification, it does not have the same impact in the heart of people. This is a reality. That does not mean we cannot listen. I did not say this. It has impact, but it depends on the qualification that we have. It has impact then. A great Vaishnava, for example, like Srila Prabhupada, when he heard the glories of the Krishna book, he was listening and listening and listening and listening, and it did not stop. No matter who spoke. It's like this. So yes, we must be determined. But this determination cannot destroy others also. This is important. We must be in harmony, and this is not easy. Because in this world, it's really difficult to not hurt others. It's true, it's hard. This is the problem. Sometimes we do things, and in this world, nobody can understand each other. We want the most good towards someone, and that person will think we want to hurt him, but we cannot do otherwise. We have to accept. We try to help others,
les
but we
forcer.
cannot force them.
Donc sur ce chemin,
So on
il y a
this
qui
path,
partiront.
some will leave,
Et pas forcément ceux que vous pensez.
and not necessarily those whom you
Et d'ailleurs,
think.
vous allez penser jamais celui-là il partira.
Some you think never they will leave,
Et puis il peut même dire lui-même, moi jamais je partirai.
and that person can even say, I'll never
C'est
leave.
pas si simple.
It's not so easy.
L'énergie matérielle est
The material
impossible.
energy is very strong.
C'est impossible de la dépasser si
It is
Krishna ne
impossible to surpass it if Krishna does not protect us.
disait qu'un
Srila
Vaishnava,
Prabhupada
un
said that a
dévotionnel, a très
Vaishnav,
peur
a
de Maya.
devotee of the Lord, is very afraid of Maya.
Jamais il défie Maya.
He never
Maya
defies
jamais
Maya.
tombera.
Maya will never get me.
Moi je peux plus tomber.
I cannot fall.
Jamais. Il a peur.
Never. He's
Il sait
afraid.
que si Krishna le protège pas
He knows if
personnellement,
Krishna does
qu'est-ce
not
qu'il va
protect
faire?
him personally, what will he
Il
do?
est tout petit, infime.
He's very
C'est
small.
le gros faux ego qui pense.
It's the big false ego who
Oh,
thinks like
Maya.
that. Oh, Maya.
Maya,
Maya.
c'est rien, Maya.
It's nothing for me, Maya.
En fait, dès qu'on pense ça,
As soon as we
Maya
think this,
est déjà,
Maya
nous influence déjà.
is already influencing us.
Donc on doit vraiment comprendre que
So we must really understand.
c'est simplement par la grâce
It is simply by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, of our acharyas,
la miséricorde de
the mercy of Srimati Radharani,
ce serait pas possible.
that we can keep going. Otherwise, it is impossible.
Le principe dans
The
ce
principle
monde
in this
est qu'un
world
homme est attiré par
is
une
that
femme,
a man
une
is
femme est
attracted
attirée
by a
par
woman, and a woman is
un homme
attracted
par
by
un
a
homme,
man,
une femme par une
or a
femme.
man by
J'ai
a
pas de
man,
préférence à
towards a
faire.
man, or a woman towards a
Je
woman.
suis pas sectaire.
I'm not sectarian.
J'ai pas le droit de s'exprimer.
Everyone has the right to express
Je fais
himself.
pas de politique
I
là-dessus.
don't do politics
Voilà.
about this, but
L'attirance est là.
the attraction is there.
Une fois qu'on est attiré par quelqu'un,
As
on fait des plans
when we
avec la
become
personne.
attracted to someone, we make plans with that
Cette
person,
attirance grossit.
and then this attraction it becomes greater and greater and greater. Then it's like a knot,
Puis des projets, etc.
and projects and this,
On
and
oublie, en fait,
then we
la
forget
réalité.
the reality.
C'est-
This.
le pire, c'est que les
And
gens
the
ont
worst
fait la
is,
même expérience
people, they
dans
had
cette
this
vie
same
10 fois,
experience
20
in
fois,
this life
et
10,
c'est
20
une
times,
nouvelle expérience,
but they
c'est
think
vraiment
it's a
spécial.
new
C'est
experience
une
that's
vieille
very
époque,
special, it's a special mercy. It's just illusion.
Si on a besoin de se marier,
If we need to
on
get
peut
married,
faire, bien sûr.
we must do it, of course,
Mais dans le but
but
d'atteindre la
with the
perfection,
goal of attaining perfection,
et pas pour avoir une
and
romance.
not to have a romance.
C'est beau.
Thank you very much.